Hello, world. How are you?
What's up, guys? We're redoing this interview because we had some issues the last time. So, bro, if you could do me a favor, can you please introduce yourself to everybody?
What's up, guys? How are you out there in YouTube land and Instagram and TikTok and all the social media that has been broadcast on? This is comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. Thanks for tuning in to the master right over here. He is the man, Mr. Lion.
Okie dokie. So, how's your day so far, man?
Stressful because we were having trouble connecting.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no, it was, bro. Y'all don't understand. Well, for some of you guys that were here last time, we had an issue with and make sure you guys are liking the live. But we had an issue where his screen was black and it would show me, but it wouldn't show him. So
Yeah,
it's just
it was so like Twilight Zone. We were trying to figure out how to connect together and stuff. But before we even get started, I want to say kudos to you, sir, because you say it how it is. You don't hold back. You go hard and you keep comics alive and you bring people back to comic book shops, which is like the dream. That's why I do what I do as a comic book artist and a writer. I just want to try to add a little bit of inspiration to get people back into the stores, even if it's a small little piece. I just feel like I'm trying to contribute, and I love the stuff that you and your wife are doing with your comics are awesome.
well, the thing about me is like I wish people would kind of understand that no matter what happens, you can be a comic book lover or a comic book reader, but ultimately, no comic book movie or no story gets out without being in the stores. You need the stores. You have to have shops. Shops is where shops is where it's happened. Shops is where it's going on. So I always do my best to basically try to get as many people back into the stores as I can because we no matter what we do, no matter what we say, we need those shops. They're the most. They are the bread and they are the blood, bone, sweat of the comic book industry. Without that, we would have nothing.
100%, 100%. And also with the resurgence now of the success of Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my gosh, how exciting was that freaking movie, right?
Man, I don't think people thought it was going to make the money that they thought it was going to make, and I think now because it because like you had so many people already talking down to, oh, it's not going to do well and yada yada yada. But now it's made a billion plus. Like it made a billion plus. And I know there's an issue going on right now where you have people saying, well, just because a movie makes a bunch of money doesn't mean it's good. And the way I feel about it is this: you can say that, but how did it make $1 billion? If it wasn't good, and if people didn't like it, for some reason it keeps dropping you out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I saw that also. I saw that too.
It keeps freezing and dropping you out. But if people like, and I've seen people make counters and say, well, there are a lot of movies that have made $1 billion and they're just not good. Well, they're not good to you. They may not be your taste, but for
Yeah.
the majority of people that love it, there's no way you can make $1 billion on a movie unless it's good or unless it's got people going to see it. Because after that first weekend, people will tell you this is trash. I don't want to see it. Everybody don't waste your money. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. But it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know why it drops. Today the internet
Oh,
is
I know. It's like glitching and stuff like that. Never didn't happen last time either.
yep. But it is what it is. But
That's
it's like
okay. It
what
means that we're on to success. You see, the more interruptions we have, that means you're closer to success.
yep. And like somebody just commented, they said that the Avatar movie, he didn't like it, but it resonated with so many people that it made them like the Avatar movies are gonna have like 6, 7, maybe 8 films because no matter
Exactly.
what happens, those companies in Disney they know if we make an Avatar movie, it's guaranteed bank. No matter what happens, they haven't had a failed one yet. So it's like
Exactly.
even when they did it at D3 when they announced the trailer for like the Land of Fire or whatever like that, it's great. So it's just at the end of the day, a movie cannot make that amount of money if people don't believe in it, people don't like it, or people can't tolerate it. You don't have to like the movie, and you can have your own taste, but ultimately, it doesn't change the fact that it was a good movie.
Exactly. And I hope that Hollywood will, for the first time, listen to putting Hugh Jackman in the mask for the first time as Wolverine, spoiler alert, and really being more true to the authenticity of the source material of the comic book, that's what people want. That's what makes it more successful as well. So instead of trying to take off the mask or remove cool elements from the original design, stay true to the source material of the comic books and watch it succeed. And this is proof of that.
Well, the problem with that is the fact that we've already heard um Hugh Jackman himself says he feels like it was a mistake that he went this many years and never wore it. And he says when he wore it, he felt like a kinship to. He's like this. He's like, I've been missing this for I don't know how long, and I don't know how we went this many years without me ever putting it on. And I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But hey, we got it now. We got it
Exactly.
now.
It's exactly right. That's exactly right. And it's so exciting too that we really got to see him in that mask. I personally felt like joy. Like it's hard at this stage in life to feel that excitement. And I was like, yes, like I was screaming in the theater when he puts that mask on. He's like, let's go, Bub. I was like, yes, let's rock it.
Yeah, nah, and that's what I think that he should have said instead of saying let's fucking go. It would have been better. Let's go, bub. Like that would have been like that would to me that would have been better. That would have been way better. Somebody says spoilers, bruh. That movie been out for I don't know how long. You better get your ass to the theaters and watch it. I don't want to hear no spoilers. Stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it. You got
yeah.
people who've been streaming that shit on TikTok. I don't know how they're not getting sued, but they've been
It,
streaming it.
dude, it's crazy. And by the way, I want to officially invite you to come on as a contestant on our YouTube game show called Movie Source Trivia with some
Okay.
terrific people on there. We got some good influencers on there. It specializes, especially in these superhero films, and when you have to see your knowledge about them. I think you'll have a blast, man.
Yeah, I can't. No, I can't wait. Absolutely. But no. So real quick, guys. So I'm gonna give him the mic real quick, bro. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Oh, what's up, guys? I'm independent comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. And I co created and drew this comic book, Gekido, right over here, if you could see it. There you go. And that's co created by writer Brandon Wilson and me, the artist, Graig Weich. And it's this cool anime character that wakes up in the middle of being attacked by a ton of ninjas and has absolutely no idea where he is, what's going on. He has no idea about what's happening, just that he's being attacked by ninjas nonstop and has to figure out what the hell's happening and where he is, who he is, and get his memory back. It's been pretty exciting. And one of the key factors was we got Kari Tagawa, who's the star of The Man in the High Castle on Amazon Prime, and Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, and he plays our character Lord Shinryu, right over here, if you could see him, as well as Ice-T's wife Coco from Law and Order, and some other celebrities as well. So it's really exciting to get them officially cast as characters, and you could see my drawing of him fighting the characters in the comic book. So draw everything by hand and then digital color, things like that. And also one of the fun things too is, as you know, we were talking about, I got my start back when I was like 19 drawing for Todd McFarlane's Spawn as a
Yep.
double page pinup poster artist for issue number 30. So that was how I got my start in my break in comics, thanks to Todd McFarlane, who's been so wonderful and supportive. I even gave him a little shout out here in the comic book, which I'll show you guys, which was like kind of a dream come true. And after meeting Stan, and Todd McFarlane as well, and Mark Hamill from Star Wars, just some really great people. And that's Kari Tagawa and I from Mortal Kombat. If it's coming out in the camera, okay.
Yeah, they can see it. I can see it too.
And it's been really cool to like kind of create a new universe of new superhero characters. And honestly, man, like I've been seeing the whole world be like torn apart. Everybody is, haters and trolling and cancel culture, and everyone's against each other and fighting and fighting. So I'm hoping I can bring people back together again through my superhero creations. I think that it's a wonderful source, if done right, to bring people back together again instead of ripping everybody apart. People forget we're all on the same team. If we all love comics and we love to, do good for people, like my comic book characters are all about trying to empower the powerless who are those in need. So if you can do that, even for one person, you could be a real life superhero as well.
Well, here's the problem with that. Social media feeds off negativity.
That's it.
Positivity, yeah, positivity. And like, how can I put it? The world can only have so many positive people, but for the most part, if you want to be seen or you want people to recognize you, drama is how people get their start. Like they'll do all the drama in the world, all the weird stuff. They get 1 million followers, they start getting seen, then it's back to, hi guys, I am as holy as they get. Yes, this is why. And you're just like, bro, yeah, like we didn't just see all that stuff you did. I know, but now that I'm making this money, oh,
That's
I'm
true.
gonna turn a whole new leaf, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people just do it because they want to be seen, and the best way to be seen on social media is to be as toxic and mean as possible. Like even when it comes to me, if I do a video where I'm real nice and calm and I don't yell and I don't scream, it doesn't get any views. But if I say bitch 50,000 times, it's, oh hey, 30, 100,000, hey, 30,000 views, and it's just like, why are you yelling? Why
Wait,
not? Like
I have an
everybody.
idea. I have an idea. Let's right now we'll pretend fight and then just use that clip and let's see if it goes viral. You ready?
Got you.
Okay. How dare you? Who do you think you are? How dare you say that?
Sir, check your privilege. I don't think you know who you're talking to.
It's like that.
It's definitely like
Okay,
that.
quarter step down like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Somebody get some seasoning. He's a little bland. I don't think he knows what he's doing here. I don't think he's. Let me stop for somebody who does take that shit. That's like, oh my god, he was this. It was this great writer and artist, and King Live was cussing him out. Oh my god. Oh, bro. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Wait, high five me over here. Wait, do this way.
Oh, sorry. Wait. There we go. Oh, well, one of you got
No, the other way, the
opposite
other way.
direction.
There we go. There we
Because
go.
right now it's like I'm slapping you. It's what it looks like. I promise you, somebody gonna clip that. They're gonna be like, King Lion was cussing out this artist who met Stan Lee, and he's so toxic. I'm gonna be like, I didn't even do shit. What's wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all gotta chill. Somebody said I can see the TikTok now. Y'all already know how it is. They're gonna be like, so
Exactly.
King Lion got this opportunity to talk to a writer who met Stan Lee, and he cussed him out and called him bland. Said he needed to see all types of shit. Toxic creator on social media, and watch it happen. I'm gonna be sitting there like, it was a joke, guys. We planned it. Can y'all chill out?
We just want to prove a point that
That's
anything can go viral if you just pretend to be mad.
that's all. But that's all. Like most content creators do that shit all the time. It's like you'll act like, oh, they must really fucking hate each other, and then y'all see each other at an event. Damn, y'all friends? Yeah, we fucking played y'all. We yelled at each other for a fucking week and made like 5,000 off of you, but we appreciate
That's
the
it. That's
engagement.
it.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Like me and Impound right now, we going back to back. Well, I'm on live so I can say, but we got something coming for y'all. Y'all just wait. Like we going back to back right now.
Like there's so much wonderful talent in the comic book industry that is really booming, and especially independent artists. Like again, like your wife is an amazing artist. Like I mean, guys, if you haven't seen, oh my god, just tell them a second about your book. So like when I share it on my social, they could hear about it.
So basically, what we did was we have one series out right now. We have another one on the way called Versus. But when it comes to Flame, what I wanted to do is something that hasn't been done before. Most people, when they create black characters or characters of color and they use melanin, the thing that empowers it is always the sun or something like that, or it's always dealing with skin. I wanted to make comic books where the power source was not only melanin, but that it activated and it affected everything on the body. So it's not just the skin; it changes the eyes, the lips, the hair, you name it. And melanin activates and controls everything: fire, elements, dark matter. You name it. Doesn't matter what it is; it controls it
Cool.
all. But one of the other key components of it is that it's sentient. It's living. It's a living thing, and it's a part of everything. And everybody has it. Just everybody uses it differently. So when it comes to Flame, what Flame is about is a young boy named Everett. He basically wants some excitement in his life, and he gets a little more than he bargained for. And now he finds out not only is he not normal, but that because of what he is, he's been targeted by Lucifer, and he has to not only stop him, but stop him to save everybody. On this journey, he basically gets to meet all his friends, all these new enemies, all these new allies, and all it's doing right now is kind of showing him that he's more than he ever thought he was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool.
And
And like, and
that's the most I can say without giving anything else away. Like I try to be as cryptic as possible.
that's super cool, man. And people can go to kingandqueenlion.com to order, right?
Yeah. Now, as for versus, versus is a lot different. When it comes to versus, versus does use melanin cells, so it is still based off melanin, but the concept of that is different. When you read comic books and you have a love for those comic books, you become a resonator. What resonators can do is they can connect with media, rather it's a book, a board game, or a video game, and they're able to manifest the characters inside that book and use those characters to do battle. So it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but with books, with comic book characters. So it's
Yes.
like you read a book so much that you fall in love with it to the point where the main character, you're able to pull that character out of it. So
To actually create that storyline, because you're not just knocking something out, you're really putting some thought into it that I think readers will find very intriguing too, which is exciting. I know, like, when with the new books that I'm working on a whole Beyond Comics universe of characters. Maybe
yeah,
one day we'll have a crossover or something cool and fun, you know?
yeah, that's what
And
that's what me and Impound finna do.
like coming back alive, the resurgence of new superheroes, new superpowers. And like in my book, there's this one sequence where, well, I don't want to spoil the story, but if people go to beyondcomics.tv, they could get the comic there or download it or whatever, and you could see some of the different art and some of the storylines. But it's like, in Gekido, this kind of really introduces the audience to some of my other upcoming characters. Like, we have one guy, I'll show you real quick. His name is Codename Justice over here, and we
Okay.
have a special guest cameo of someone coming
Hold on,
there
hold on, hold on, hold
soon.
on. Are those spikes at the bottom of his feet?
Yes.
I'm not fighting him. I'm shooting him. He's getting shot. Hell no, he's definitely getting shot. We're not
And
finna do
by the way,
this.
we made the suit, so that's the actual costume with the
Yeah,
spikes
no.
and everything.
The minute I see you have actual spikes at the bottom of your feet, you getting shot. We're not even finna. Let's go. Hell no. You lost your damn.
That's why. See, look, his suit is lined with Kevlar. By the way, that's not a joke. I actually sent the costume to Afghanistan and had it lined with real Kevlar to see if it would be a functional working superhero suit, because I'm crazy like that. And I
That's
wanted to
crazy.
do it, and it works. The suit's 80 pounds. So I tried to do that, and we shot some like little test footage and some fun stuff. So that's been exciting. That's our character, codename Justice, right over there. So you can see that's coming soon. That's not out yet, but you can see a preview of it in the Gekido comic book. So that's kind of how I worked out. And the other character, I was telling you this on the phone the other day. The other character is Ravidactyl
Yeah.
over here, Life Beyond Death. This character.
Yeah, I actually saw the suit you had for him.
Oh, you said that's the, yep. There's the
Yep.
suit for
How much did it
Ravidactyl.
even cost you to get these made?
Well, I actually make the suits myself. These suits, particularly, I had a couple of wonderful artists join me in the process of making those suits. So I'll design everything from scratch. I sent them, in this case, the blueprints to it. They did some sculpture work and some latex mold and cast work, and they did a terrific job with that. And then I kind of fixed it up and trimmed it up. But I always started out making costumes, and I made like a Michael Keaton '89 Batman suit back in the day when I was a kid, and that was a
Okay.
lot of fun. And I've always been sculpting and making suits and drawing comics and doing all this stuff. I think the hardest thing for independent artists is how to monetize it. How do you monetize something like that?
Yeah.
And it's rough, because in the process, I want people to be more forgiving of themselves too. Like, I've met a lot of artists, because I've been teaching art classes back since I was a teenager. I started teaching art classes, and a lot of people have the same reaction. They're frightened to show their work. They don't feel it's ready. They don't feel it's perfect. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. We're all works in progress. So, if I look back to when I started out, I was naive and young. I didn't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. And of course, you cringe when you look back at earlier work. Maybe the proportion looks wonky or it doesn't look right. But that's the idea, is that, you're releasing stuff as good as you can for that moment. And then you hope to improve and grow. And not only as a human being, but as an artist. It's an ever growing kind of, process. So I even redrew this book, by the way. The first book that I did of this is Gekido Unmasked. You'll see he has no mask in the other book.
Yeah.
And in that book, if you guys saw that, we were on Ice-T and Coco's TV show, Ice Loves Coco, on E! Entertainment Television, and the other show that they had, Ice and Coco. And I had cast them as characters, or cast her as a character in the comic called Cleo. And when we did that, if you compare that prototype book to the final one we did, you'll see a ton of changes in how I went in there and it's me fixing the anatomy and drawing better and improving and stuff. So you could always get better. You could always improve, and it's okay to not be perfect. You're just trying to keep getting better each time. That's the goal.
But and that's kind of like what I tried to instill when it came to Flame, because like in the beginning of Flame, you like for everybody who owns issue 1 through 15, they see how everything keeps evolving, like, and they can. And I had people who would write me and go, "Hey, I've got your book and I'm reading it, and I see how it starts off like this, but as I keep going, it's like the art keeps getting better and better and better to the point now where we're at a level that it looks like an anime now. So around issue 12
Cool.
to 15, it looks like an anime, but versus the art has completely jumped and changed. So it's 1,000 times better. That's why like this is my flagship when it comes out. I'm gonna be so happy because it just shows the growth and dedication we've been through.
That's it. See, that's it. You hit the nail on the head with that. It's all about that journey and that process. And I mean, like, and also that's the thing that drives me crazy about some of like the cyber bullies or the online haters who just make things up and everybody believes it without checking source material. And they'll attack or, oh, this looks bad or this isn't drawn right, whatever. Hey, let's all try to, help the independent community of writers and artists grow. Don't tear them down because that affects a lot of people. There's a lot of female artists and writers these days coming out too. And I think that you don't want to like crush all these independent people coming out. There's guys, there's girls, there's every human being available to make their ideas into creation. So I want to support those guys, and I'm worried about kind of the way, like you said earlier, people thrive on negativity. And even I'm guilty of watching something on the news if it's more controversial than if it's like, all good and peaches
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to like counteract that somehow. But how do you do it? So I'll tell you what I did. I make the controversy in the comic book. So the story is controversial. There's this one scene. Look, I'll show you here where the guy like look, here's some of the art here if you can see some of my drawings or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And there's a scene, and you'll see in the last panel is very violent, and the next page just rips his head off, and it's nasty, but it looks cool and it's kind of fun because the controversy is in the comic. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to do. That's my balance. Let me get you hooked into the storyline and really grow out the universe of characters and stuff like that. But I always try, even if there's like artists out there that are just starting out or they're not so good, let's give them a like and a thumbs up. Let's kind of root them on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a balance, man. And tell me if you have found this too, where you root for the underdog, but then if they make it, suddenly people turn on them and
Yeah.
start attacking them like, oh, who are you to make it? You think you're better than me? It's not about that at all. They're just trying to do their thing. They're just doing them. That's all. So I just hope that people could be more supportive, in the industry and stuff like that for independent artists and writers.
Well, here's the problem that I've had. Like here's the issue. Like when it comes to stuff like that, and this may sound kind of cruel, but what I have learned and what I've kind of grown to understand is, if you and everybody, if y'all hear me, please forgive what I'm about to say. But if you can't draw or write and you haven't put in the time to make something, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. I really don't. If it's negative, keep it fucking moving, because people don't understand what it's like to put everything you got into a project. Like this shit is not easy. And the amount of money that a lot of people have to spend just to even be able to get a product. Like most comic book creators,
Yeah.
they will have an issue one for 2, 3, maybe 4 years.
Yeah.
And because people don't realize it costs two, three, four, $5,000 just to get a comic made. Depending on the artist, it might cost more. Then you have
That's
to pay
right.
for it. Then you got to pay for an editor. Then you have to pay for somebody to ship the shit out. Then you got to pay to have the shit made. So per comic, you're gonna spend 7, 8, 10K per comic.
Those people who are interested in trying to produce or trying to make this kind of stuff, think about this, like to be able to cover the cost of printing. And it's cheaper to do it over in Canada. So maybe you'll print in Canada and then you have to ship it to the US, and the shipping freight cost is a fortune. It's crazy. And if you ship it by a boat, oh my God, if you have it printed in China and you ship via boat, some of the paper comes out so crinkly and wet from the moisture that you don't have a sellable product. So it's crazy how much money is, you're going to lose. So people be like, oh, why don't you just crank out a book every month? Well, if you have the kind of backing that Marvel and DC Comics has, you can. But when you're independent, it's our life, man. Like I'm writing like 120-page scripts for 9 different superheroes that I've created, and it is intense. Like the amount of scrutiny that I just put myself through, and I have really good Emmy Award-winning producers and people that I ask them. I say, kick my ass, make me better. Don't just say, oh, I like this. Tell me what you don't like, and let me work on it. And I think that's the true sign of somebody who's a good critic, is someone who doesn't just insult or put down, but they say, hey, this is what we like, this is what we don't, and here's what we want to see. Now it's up to me to be able to fulfill that. You see what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's my fault. I'm the one who's not succeeding if I don't come across and do this the right way. So I have to go back to the drawing board. In fact, I was very excited. I just got signed back by Todd McFarlane's Spawn digital art site called Oddkey, which produces digital art and NFTs and the blockchain and things like that. It's pretty awesome if you guys see it. And he releases some, I call him Todd the God McFarlane, because he's just one of the masters out there. And, I remember when he gave me my start drawing, for comics back in the day, he had hired me back in the day, like I was telling you about, when I was real young in school. For issue number 30, I did the double page pinup. Actually, wait, I got that over here. That was the double page pinup of over here, issue number 30 of Angela versus Spawn. That's back when Todd owned it at Image Comics, like right over here. And then
she's Thor's sister now.
And then I did a little tribute to my drawing that I did over here. By the way, I don't know if you saw this, but I created the monkey skulls. I was the first person to draw that. And then after that issue came out, issue 30, Todd started making them with more 3-dimensional monkey skulls, which is kind of a nice little like kind of a tribute, But boy, he just created something awesome. So then I drew this and I said, hey, you know what? Let me make a little tribute to that drawing in the Gekido comic book. So what I ended up doing is drawing Ice-T's wife Coco in a very similar pose.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? So if you hold them side by side, you can kind of see the way I used to draw back in the day versus today, and you kind of get like a little nod to those people out there who remember, you know what I mean? So it was kind of nice to be able to do that. But back to Todd McFarlane and the digital stuff. So it was great. Like Rum Dog brought me in, and shout out to him and everybody there. And they signed me to do a live drawing of Spawn on the Oddkey Discord and the website, which was really cool. So for 3 hours, I'm drawing live this Spawn drawing last week. And they gave everybody like a free NFT. And then I signed a special 1-of-1 edition of that drawing that I did.
Okay.
And, usually those things will auction off for like, maybe like 275 to 375,000 OCT, which is like a kind of digital Todd McFarlane coin to buy exclusive content from Todd McFarlane. So they auctioned that off, and it was like astonishing, man. And actually, we had 12 bidders, and it ended up selling for 9.1 million OCT, which is like crazy. It's like that, like that's digital cash. That's like $9.1 million in cash to Todd McFarlane's, Oddkey community over there, which was bananas. And I was like, wow, shout out to the winner, by the way. That was mind blowing. So I became one of the few artists that actually hit those sales figures, and I was very grateful and honored to be in that community. Greg Hildebrandt is also on there as well, who did some amazing, you guys probably seen his stuff. And it was so thrilling, though. And the person who ended up winning it, by the way, we found out actually does some of the special effects for CW's The Flash and Supergirl and stuff like that.
That's crazy then. No, that's crazy.
Yeah, so if you guys get a chance, go to Oddkey on YouTube. You can watch the live drawing there. They reposted the video. But there was this one moment, man, where I was a nervous wreck. I've never drawn live and been broadcast live drawing in front of anybody and answering questions from all over the world, right? And people asking me questions. I'm drawing like live and sharing my screen. And I drew Spawn's hand kind of like in that Spawn looking kind of mysterious. You know, he does like that with the
Yeah.
hands, right? So I was trying to draw this pinky, and I'm doing the whole thing out of my head, and I could not draw that damn pinky. I was stuck on that thing, and it was embarrassing as hell because the whole world is seeing me erase that pinky over and over as I keep trying to draw the damn pinky. And I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna do this. And finally,
Why he keep erasing it? Because I'm trying to get it done right. Okay, damn.
I could have done like erase, try again, erase, try again. I'm trying. Finally, I nailed the pinky. Finally, and like people were really cool. They're like, "You did it! You nailed the pinky!" I'm like, "Finally!" but it's embarrassing. I never actually had people watch me struggle trying to do something. You know?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's but real quick, was there anything else you want the people to know about you?
Yeah, man. I mean, some of the cool things that if they go to beyondcomics.tv, which is the website, I'll hold it up. Hopefully, it's not coming out backwards. We're running a contest, first of all, where if you go to beyondcomics.tv, you click on the social media and you guys follow, it'll automatically be entered for a chance to possibly have your name appear in one of our future comic books, which is kind of cool. And people can download the Gekido comic book at beyondcomics.tv, or if they go to global comics with an X.com or Amazon's Kindle Comics Comixology, and they search for Gekido, Gekido. They can download the book there as well, or get the printed copy.
Okay, well, guys, I'll tell y'all what. Go check out his Instagram. Go check out his links, and the videos will be posted on my social medias. So as shorts, so I'll be having those out for you guys real soon. But yeah, man, no, it was nice for you to come on through.
Oh, it was an absolute pleasure, man.
And if we send each other our comic books, we could do a little review or something and post it to each other's audiences and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That'd be really fun. And guys, if you happen to be on Twitter, follow at Beyond Comics. Otherwise, if you're on TikTok or on Instagram, it's at Graig Weich, which is Graigweich. So it's spelled differently, Graigweich. And hope to see you guys soon. YouTube is YouTube, so that's going to be / at Beyond Comics TV.
Yep. And the person that did the super chat, I'll be answering your stuff on TikTok. So even worry about it, bro. Besides that, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later.
To be continued.
Sure.
The upcoming issue of Gekido #1 from Beyond Comics.
Post your comments below and make sure to subscribe, follow, and share. Thanks for watching, guys.